The Northland is a special place filled with many hidden gems. Join us as we uncover them and shine a light on your town. Today, we're live from the Carlton County area.
Well, welcome everybody to the Northern News Now News at 5. We are live for our Your Town show, the first one of our 2025 summer season here in stunning Carlton County. I'm Briggs LaSavage.
And I'm Dan Wolf. Thank you for ending your week with us here on the 9th hole of the Black Bear Golf Course in Cloquet, where the sun is shining bright. This evening we're hanging out here and highlighting all that there is to do in Carlton County.
And there sure is so much to do here in Carlton County. We have been finding so many fun stories to bring you tonight, from popular tourist stops to local hidden gems as well.
And we've decided to highlight Carlton County in particular because there's so much to see and do. It's right in the heart of our viewing area, home to about 36,000 people, including much of the Fond du Lac Reservation. Now, the county holds beautiful communities like Moose Lake, Carlton, Cloquet, and more. And the mighty St. Louis River runs through the heart of the county and is an attraction for anyone wanting to go fishing, whitewater rafting, hiking, and more, even golfing, which I think coming up at 6 o'clock, we're going to see Chief Meteorologist Adam Lorch do a little bit of.
Yeah, we sure are. And we have golf to show you. We have whitewater rafting. We have so much to get to. But speaking of meteorologist Adam Lorch, he's here live with us as well for a look at the latest forecast. And Adam, it is sunny out here. We just mentioned kind of warm even too.
Yeah, guys, beautiful day, and when the wind stops, it does get, that sun is intense. It does get pretty warm, but a beautiful light breeze. The sun is out shining. I plan on going and practicing some putting to try to recreate what Tony Nargi did this morning. He had an excellent putt in the rain this morning, about a 25-footer that he was able to sink. So hopefully I can get my skills up enough to recreate that. But in the meantime, let's talk about what we're seeing in the world of weather. And we're going to start off with more air quality alerts, unfortunately, and has been extended until 1 a.m. Tomorrow morning across all of far northern Minnesota. So that air quality alert remains in place through the early evening hours here. Satellite radar has cleared out for the most part, but we are seeing a couple of cells in Itasca County and far southeastern Koochiching County right now. They're not really moving anywhere. They're kind of in place for the most part, just west of Big Fork and another little cell west of Gein. But the rest of the region kind of clearing out. You have a couple more sprinkles up in Lake County as well. Temperatures are very nice, sitting in the 60s and 70s out there across the region. And we are seeing generally some sunshine, although some haze still up in International Falls. Winds are coming in out of the east, so we are seeing a little bit of that lake breeze between 5 and 10 miles per hour for a lot of folks around the lake. That's going to make it feel a little bit cooler by the lake. As we head into tomorrow morning, I expect some fog in the morning hours, but that should diminish as we head into the late morning. And we'll be seeing partly cloudy to partly sunny skies with a chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow in the late afternoon and early evening hours. And then we got another round of storms on the way Saturday night, and I'll break down that full forecast in a little bit, but I'll send it back to the studio with Dom.
Thank you, Adam. And now, 3 weeks after adjourning without a budget deal, Minnesota's legislative leaders have finally reached an agreement. That means a special session will start at 10 Monday morning, allowing time for lawmakers from around the state to return to the Capitol. When lawmakers gavelled out of their regular session on May 19th, they left without an agreement on some major bills. And with all 4 signatures from top Minnesota legislative leaders, it's likely we could see the budget pass Monday and avoid a shutdown. As for exact terms of the budget agreement, we'll learn more next week. And after the Duluth City Council gave its unanimous approval last night, we're learning the Safe Bay will be back up and running tomorrow night. Those with the nonprofit Stepping On Up confirmed that update today. The Safe Bay had been offering the homeless community a place to park and sleep at night outside the Vineyard Church until neighbors filed an appeal. They were concerned with how the permitting process was handled that forced the Safe Bay to shut down until the City Council weighed in last night. After hearing from dozens of community members, the council decided the Safe Bay could reopen, and it will do so tomorrow. Anyone in need of help tonight can visit some of Stepping On Up's temporary hygiene sites. And weather helped boost containment on a previously uncontrolled fire burning in the Boundary Waters. The Horse River is now 53% contained. A lightning strike sparked about 2 weeks ago, and it's burning about 13 acres in a very remote northeast area of Ely. Crews say the third day in a row they've found no heat within the fire's perimeter. Meanwhile, containment on the Jenkins Creek fire is holding steady at about 94%. Almost a month after that 16,000-acre fire started near Fairbanks. And a former Iron Range Supper Club turned home was destroyed in a large fire this morning. According to St. Louis County Sheriff's Office, around 4:30 this morning, someone passing by saw flames on the roof of the former Elroy Supper Club on the Britt Bypass Road off of Highway 53. Officials said the building had been renovated into a residence and was occupied at the time, but everyone made it out safely. The Red Cross has been called in to assist, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. And that's it for our news of the day, and I'll send it back out to you all in Cloquet.
All right. Thank you so much, Dom. Well, back here in Carlton County, just on Highway 210 from Black Bear Casino Resort here is Jay Cook State Park, which is known as one of the outdoor gems in Minnesota, really.
It's one of my favorite places to visit. Its 101-year-old swinging bridge in particular is iconic, or should we say bridges, because there have been many rebuilds over the past century, thanks to a handful of natural disasters, unfortunately. But no matter what Mother Nature throws at the bridge, park leaders are determined to keep the attraction alive.
It's the start of a journey in the park.
The swinging bridge at Jay Cook State Park is the entryway to 25 miles of trails in St. Louis River shoreline. The park was founded in 1915, and with so many people coming to see the unique tilted rock formations, the special bridge was built over them in 1924.
The typical rope suspension bridge like you might think of when you hear about a swinging bridge.
But it didn't last long. Jay Cook State Park interpretive naturalist Christine Hiller says after 10 years, the Civilian Conservation Corps decided to build a more permanent swinging bridge with the stone rock pillars you still see here today, and bridge number 2 debuted in 1934. But it didn't last long.
They did not build it high enough.
A flood wiped it out in 1940, so they built it a little taller, but it didn't last long. In 1950, the river's second largest flood on record wiped out the bridge again.
So back to the drawing board, and they rebuilt the bridge about 7.5 feet taller.
And this one did last a long time, until the flood of 2012. Record-shattering weather event wiped out swinging bridge number 4, along with a lot of other northeast Minnesota infrastructure.
So we rebuilt it, and we're up to bridge number 5 now.
Even though 5 different bridges have been built here over the last century, park leaders say there's been one constant over that time frame, and it's this structure's ability to create lasting memories for park guests.
I like the uniqueness of it. You know, the architecture of it is very cool, and then the view, obviously.
It's awesome. It's beautiful. I mean, I've always enjoyed this stuff.
The bridge has witnessed our history, and they have seen generations of people in 100 years go across the bridge. They have been there for countless family photographs. We have had people that have had their first dates and their first kiss on that bridge. We have lots of wedding photographs on that bridge as well.
A landmark that hasn't quite withstood the test of time, but has helped make memories that will last forever. And you heard Christine there say that a lot of people have had their wedding photos taken on the bridge. She also tells me, even though it's not allowed, people have run out there really quick, gotten married on the bridge, and then run off before they could get in trouble. Don't do it, but that is something that has been done there because it's just such a beautiful spot.
Yeah, you know, I've walked over that bridge so many times, and until your story now, I did not know a lot of the history. So it's so cool to get to know that piece of history and how it's changed, but still become a piece of our history.
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. It's not Jay Cook State Park without a swinging bridge, that's for sure. And then over in Cloquet, a new mural pays tribute to indigenous culture right in the heart of the city.
Yeah, Sarah Egerton Howes, also known as G's, officially unveiled her latest masterpiece at Pinehurst Park last month. She and other community members came together to paint this mural on the park's bandshell. The mural was created with the phrase, "Good that we're given," in mind, which Howes depicted through wild racing.
When you go out wild racing, you're working hard, but you're getting something amazing from it. And so I really wanted to celebrate that.
Howes is one of the first native-born artists to have her art displayed in Cloquet, where she grew up. So a very cool full circle moment for her there. And Minnesota specifically, the Northland actually, is one of the biggest producers of wild rice. But do you know the process of harvesting it, Dan?
I didn't, so I'm glad our Laura Lee is educating us. The Savage family owns Spirit Lake Native Farms on the Fond du Lac Reservation in Carlton County. They sell fresh maple syrup and organic wild rice. The family also offers educational tours to the public about indigenous culture and the history of wild ricing on the farm.
His culture has really taught him how to live off the land and living with the things surrounding us.
And wild rice harvest season is in the fall from August to September. Maple syrup is typically bottled from February to March. And because of the short seasonal windows, the Spirit Lake Native Farms also keeps busy with other produces like apples and blueberries, that kind of thing. To sign up for a tour or to purchase their products, we have a link at northernnewsnow.com.
Still to come, our Northern News Now team hit the water to try their hand whitewater rafting.
That's something you got to see. Plus, a peek at a hidden gem in Cloquet created by a world-famous architect.
Welcome back to Your Town, live from Carlton County.
Welcome back, everybody. We are live here from Black Bear Casino Resort. Beautiful, beautiful day. I'm almost wishing that I would have wore shorts instead of jeans because that sun is definitely warm, especially when the wind calms down a little bit. But if you want to try to see my putting abilities, you're going to have to tune in at 6 o'clock. I'm going to see if I can outdo Tony's amazing putting shot that he had this morning. But let's take a look at what we got going on satellite and radar. A lot of that rain has since diminished that we were dealing with this morning. However, we have a couple of cells still lingering in north central Minnesota, up in portions of Itasca, Kutching, and even Lake counties. Very slow moving showers and maybe an isolated rumble of thunder or two. But as we head through the rest of the evening hours, those are going to diminish. So by about 8 p.m., no more rain. There will still be some clouds in Wisconsin, but generally clearing things out. I will be talking a little bit about some fog tomorrow morning in just a bit, but tomorrow morning generally starting off with clear skies and temperatures in the 40s and 50s into the afternoon. So after 4 p.m., we'll start to see some more spotty showers and maybe an isolated rumble of thunder, but that's not the main event. We'll see the main event begin to move in very early Sunday morning. About 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, we'll see a line of showers and thunderstorms sweeping across the region. As of now, it doesn't look like we have a major threat of any severe weather, though, and those will move out by the mid to late morning hours. And then we'll be seeing some wraparound rain showers returning as we head into Sunday into the evening hours. There could be a couple of isolated showers in the afternoon, though, as well. As far as how much rain we're expecting, anywhere between a quarter inch to maybe even up to an inch across far northern Minnesota. So a decent amount of rain is expected here as we head throughout the rest of the weekend. And like I mentioned, I do expect to see some fog developing tonight, especially around the head of the lake and into areas of northern Wisconsin, kind of along the south shore and maybe even up the north shore a little bit. So we'll be dealing with some locally dense fog through the mid-morning hours, but that should go away as we head into the late morning and early afternoon. Across the upper Midwest tomorrow, some 70s and even close to some 80s for highs in western Minnesota and out into the Dakotas. We will be dealing with some scattered rain showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, but not everyone will get hit with that. So here's a look at that 3-day forecast. Back into the 70s tomorrow. A little cooler for Sunday, though. Some 60s for highs, and that will also translate into Monday. We will see our rain chances extended into Monday, too, with some lingering light rain showers on and off throughout the day. So going to be seeing cloudier, kind of gloomier conditions to kick off next week, but it's not going to be like that all week long. We will see temperatures climbing back into the mid-70s by Tuesday, partly cloudy skies on Wednesday, high around 79 degrees with mostly sunny skies. Then we cool off a little bit as a lake breeze kicks up towards the end of next week. Slight chance of showers on Thursday, but some models are bringing in some thunderstorm activity as we head into Friday next week. So we do have a couple of beautiful days to go golfing. Tomorrow's going to be a pretty decent day to go out golfing. Just watch out for those showers if you have a little bit of a later tee time. And then midweek next week looks absolutely beautiful. If you guys haven't played this course, you really should come check it out. It's a absolutely gorgeous course and one that hopefully I'll be able to play on a little bit later on today. But in the meantime, I'll send it back to Dana Briggs.
Thanks, Adam. Dan, you have a tee time here on Sunday?
I'm playing here on Sunday, so I'm interested to see the roll of the ball when Adam putts it a little bit later.
Huge thanks again, by the way, to Black Bear Casino Resort for hosting us today. The course, absolutely beautiful. They have tons of amazing events and concerts coming up this summer, too. A week from today, ZZ Top is performing. They got the Bear Bash coming later in June. That's a really fun outdoor festival, food trucks, live music, all sorts of stuff, too. So plenty to experience here at Black Bear Casino Resort throughout the summer as well.
Big events and big acts are always coming here, it seems like.
Yes. And speaking of big acts, big adventures, pros with experience whitewater rafting, some of the world's most extreme rapids, are sharing their love of that sport with the Northland.
And with our team, check it out. Swiftwater Adventures operates out of Carlton, offering whitewater rafting trips to anyone looking to experience the St. Louis River in a new way. Now, they started the company in 2014 and now offer dozens of trips every summer. They say their veteran guides and trip leaders aren't just experienced in the art of whitewater, but also in the river's history.
Our largest, most technical rapid today, Twisting Sister. Now we call it that because it makes a nice little twist in there. Shooting all this water off the top, that's how rafts get folded in half, and we don't really want that to happen. So we're gonna go just a little left side of it.
Yeah, if your raft is getting pulled in half, it's a bad day. They make sure that doesn't happen. They welcome anyone 8 and up, but 8 and 9-year-olds must be accompanied by an adult, as Swiftwater Adventures also has a high ropes course. We have a link to book a trip with them on our website. And by the way, you got to see the story of our team going down the river. Teaser, no one was dry at the end. They all got very wet, but they had a good time. So check that out at northernnewsnow.com.
Yeah, very daring crew, but they had so much fun.
Some of our most daring employees. Also, over in Cloquet, at nearly 70 years old, a gas station still stands as an iconic piece of architecture.
Yeah, the location opened back in 1958 after renowned architect Frank Lloyd Wright designed a gas station for oil company owner Ray Lindholm in his hometown of Cloquet. Out of his almost 150 designs, it's actually the only gas station that Wright ever built. Today, it stands as the only full-service gas station in Cloquet, and it's also a repair shop, too. Local historians say it's a unique spot for both residents and visitors.
And there's been other times I've driven by and seen even like, a dozen or so people, looking. And so it's just a unique, very unique structure. And of course, the only one that Frank Lloyd Wright designed.
Yeah, my dad grew up in Cloquet, so I remember driving past this place very often as a child, and always wondering, kind of like, that's a really fancy gas station.
Like, what is that about? It looks so cool.
Yeah, so it's fun to learn more about it. The next landmark celebration, by the way, for the gas station is going to be in 2033 through its 75th anniversary.
Okay, I'm sure we'll be covering that. We still have so much more to get to here in Carlton County.
Yeah, we'll be right back after the break.
Welcome back to Your Town, live from Carlton County.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Northern News Now News at 5. We're having so much fun bringing you all these stories from Carlton County, and it really helps that it's so sunny and beautiful outside, too.
It's fantastic, and now it's time to eat. We're getting hungry. We have to go over to a great restaurant that's in Carlton, one of my favorites and a favorite of so many locals. Madison Green is in the Streetcar Pub. How's it going, Madison?
Oh, it is great, and you are going to be very jealous in just a moment. But first, I'm going to introduce owner of the Streetcar. We have Quinn Cavanaugh here. Quinn, thanks so much for joining us. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so this place you opened up in 2011, but there is so much history behind it, right?
It was first originally opened in 1928 by Charlotte. They had an original streetcar dropped off. They paid $75 for it, and that's how we got the name. Shortly after, they had a brick and mortar.
And so you had a lot of stuff there, but now this whole menu is not old-fashioned, right? So what do we have
not. Here
right
we
here
have
in front of
the
us?
J. Cook salad featuring blueberries, walnuts, grilled chicken, and our fig vinaigrette. And here's our famous Wally Wild rice burger.
Dan, are you going to look at that one?
Cake.
So you were telling me a little bit about how you keep it together. What's the secret there?
Panko holds it all together. It's made a lot like a crab cake. You need a little bit of moisture too.
And I am so excited. I should maybe, to be polite, try the salad on TV, but we're not going for that. We're going for the burger here, right? All right, here we go. Oh no, I fumbled it. Ignore that. Ignore that. All right, here we go.
How is it? Good, good.
Maybe too big of a bite, but absolutely delicious. Quinn, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna finish this, maybe clean up my face a little bit. And for now, I'll just send it back to you guys out there, Dan and Brooks.
Poor Madison missed her putt during the 4 o'clock show and now fumbled her burger in the 5 o'clock. What's next?
A rough day, but she's overcome adversity and she is eating that walleye wild rice burger, which is one of my favorite items in the entire Northland on any menu. So good to see her having a good time over there.
Absolutely.
Hopefully she brings back some food.
Let's cross our fingers. We'll be right back after the break.
Well, welcome back. We've had a great time hanging out here in Carlton County, highlighting all there is to do in this beautiful place.
Yeah, so much fun, especially here at Black Bear Casino Resort's golf course. Yeah. I know Adam's been itching throughout this entire show to get out on the course, and he's going to do so at 6, so we're excited to see that.
Yeah. Feeling the pressure of this putt that's coming up?
A little bit. I'm going to have some time between this show and the next to go do some practicing,
Good.
So yeah, I'll try to hone in a little bit, but it's been like 3 or 4 years since I've played around golf, so...
Okay.
Yeah,
really tune in to that. Anything could happen.
Speaking of lots of things happening too, Cloquet, I don't know if you guys know, is kind of the place to be for the 4th of July. They have so many events going on over the 4th of July. So we wanted to mention some of those too before we head out here. The day starts with a popular Sawdust 5K in Pinehurst Park. Then there's a parade down Cloquet Avenue starting at 11. They've got a car show, plenty of outdoor activities in Veterans Park, and a 3-on-3 basketball tournament during the day too. Then the day, of course, wraps up with a fireworks show over the St. Louis River at 10:20. And they also have like a movies in the park thing that evening as well. So Cloquet does it big for the 4th.
Yeah. And we're not done talking about Carlton County, Cloquet, and everything else here. Coming up at 6, we have so much more fun to get to.
Yeah, we'll see you then. Thanks for joining us.